sahanau bhunaktu sah viryam karavavahai tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Parthaya pratibodhitam bhagavata narayanena swayam vyasena prathitam purana munina madhye mahabharatam advaitamritavarshinim bhagavatim ashtadashadhyayinim Amba tvam anusandadhami bhagavad-gite bhavadveshinim yam brahma varunendra rudra marutaha stunvanti divyaistavaihi vedai sanga padakramopanishadaihi gayanti yam samagaha dhyanavasthita tadgatena manasa pashyanti yam yoginaha yasyantam na vidussura suraganaha Devaya tasmai namaha. Now we are going to the 9th chapter today. And the name of the 9th chapter is Raja Vidya Raja Guhya Yoga. So what is the meaning of this? Lord Krishna says that this chapter is called by the name of what? This is the highest knowledge, Raja Vidya. Raja Vidya andrenu, that which is the highest knowledge among all knowledges, among all the knowledge. Paravidya is supposed to be the highest knowledge. That is why it is called as Raja Vidya. What is Paravidya? Now you are all being introduced to Paravidya. You have heard this name, isn't it? What we are teaching now is Paravidya. And all your teachers who are going to now train you further are called as Paravidya Acharyas. Correct? So what is this Paravidya? Knowledge about Bhagavan's Paraprakriti. What did Bhagavan Krishna say in the 7th chapter? He said, I exist in the form of Aparaprakriti and Paraprakriti. He said, isn't it? And what did he say? My Aparaprakriti is the material with which the whole world is made. And Paraprakriti, Paraprakriti is the maker of this universe. So, Krishna says that the knowledge about my Paraprakriti is the highest knowledge. And that knowledge is called as Paravidya. Why? Because it is the Vidya or the knowledge of my Paraprakriti. And Bhagavan Krishna says that this is the highest knowledge. This is the most exalted knowledge. This is the greatest knowledge. That is why it is called Raja Vidya. When you say Raja means what? Raja means what? Among all the people, the Raja is the greatest, isn't it? Among people, Raja is the greatest. So when you want to indicate something which is very, very great, you call it as Raja. You attach one name called as Raja. So Raja Vidya means what? It is the greatest of all the knowledges. So it is called Raja Vidya. What is Raja Guhya? Guhya means secret. 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 So what Krishna says is, this is not only the greatest knowledge, but it is also the most secret of all knowledges. Why it is called Raja Guhyam? It is the most secret knowledge. Why? Because when do you say something is secret? When something is not available to find, we call it secret. Correct? Guhya. See, gold is where? It is deep inside the earth. Correct? So we don't see it. It is secretly there, lying there. There are so many secret jivas or beings inside the ocean. We don't know them. They are there. If you see Animal Planet, if you see National Geographic, you see all kinds of living beings inside the oceans. But then, simply like that, we can't make out that they are there, correct? Because they are hidden. So, all these things are hidden. So, anything that is hidden, we don't see it clearly. And what Lord Krishna says is, Bhagavan Krishna, God says that this knowledge of my Paraprakriti is as though hidden, because it is a very deep knowledge, very subtle knowledge, sukshma knowledge. Therefore, it is as though it is hidden deeply. Secondly, when is something a secret? When it is available, but you are not interested in it, correct? When there is something easily available, but you are not interested in it. Ayo, who's bothered? I am not interested in it. Then it also remains a secret. Like in a library, in a big library, there are thousands of books, correct? All the books are there, available for anybody to pick up. But there are certain books in which nobody is interested, correct? So what happens to that book? Though it is there, it remains a secret, because nobody is interested in picking up that book and nobody is interested in reading that book. Therefore, Krishna says that this knowledge is the greatest of all knowledges. Therefore, it is Raja Vidya. At the same time, this knowledge is a very, very deep knowledge, though many people are not interested in knowing this knowledge. Therefore, it is as though it is hidden. It is a secret knowledge. More so, Lord Krishna says, it is a secret because you don't understand it. You need a teacher. You need somebody who is going to tell you very clearly what this knowledge is. Ultimately, what is this knowledge of Paraprakriti? It is that knowledge which is given in our Vedas. It is that knowledge about Bhagwan's Paraprakriti which is talked about in the Upanishads. This knowledge we cannot simply understand by simply reading an Upanishad book. You may have a book of Upanishad in front of you. Take Gita only, Bhagavad Gita only. You have every house has a Bhagavad Gita book, correct? There is not a single house in which there is no Bhagavad Gita book. Sometimes there are 3-4 Bhagavad Gita books in every home. But then, how many times have we opened the Bhagavad Gita book and tried to read it? We have not tried to read it, though it is there. Why we don't read it? Because we feel we don't understand anything. Correct? Therefore, what do we need? We need a teacher. We need somebody who has understood what Lord Krishna is telling. And we need that teacher to explain to us what Bhagwan is telling in Bhagavad Gita. Like what is happening now. Correct? I am trying to tell you, not full Bhagavad Gita, few verses, very few shlokas I am telling you. Why? I want you to have an idea, a big, fairly large idea of, oh, Bhagwan Krishna is talking about this in Bhagavad Gita. Therefore, what are we doing now? In every chapter, we are taking small few, shlokas and trying to explain the meaning of it, so that over a period of time, when you grow up, you will have an interest. Oh, Amma had talked about only 2 shlokas in this chapter. But what are the other 30 shlokas talking about? I must know. I must understand what other shlokas are talking about. So now I must ask my teachers, or I must ask Amma later sometime, or I must ask Swami sometime. Ask what? What are the other shlokas talking about? Now we know a fair idea that in this chapter, this is talked about. But then so many verses are there which I have not studied. So I want to know them also. So what is happening now? We are now sowing a seed of interest in you by exposing you to one small trailer. You know trailer? In a picture there is a trailer. What is the purpose of trailer? 2 minutes or 3 minutes, they will show you the trailer of a 2-hour picture. Why? That trailer will give you an interest. Oh, I should see this movie. Correct? Introduction. Any book you read the introduction first. Why? In the introduction, the author has given you what he is going to discuss in this whole book. So you get interested. You want to see what the whole book is talking about. Similarly, what we are doing in these Bhagavad Gita classes 4 times a week, every chapter, one trailer is being given to you in the form of important shlokas. So what we are doing now? We are seeing a small, brief trailer of every chapter in the form of important one or two verses, one or two shlokas. So what is here in the 9th chapter? In the 9th chapter, Bhagavan says that this knowledge of my Paraprakriti is the greatest of all knowledges. And this knowledge is given in our scriptures, in our Vedas. And to understand this knowledge, it is a secret knowledge because it is not very easy to understand. Therefore, what do you need to do? You must have an interest in knowing this. Secondly, you must approach a teacher, and this teacher who is capable of explaining to you in a simple way what our Upanishads are talking about. Therefore, Arjuna, though this knowledge is the greatest knowledge, Raja Vidya, though this knowledge is the most difficult knowledge, Raja Guhyam, but then those who are having Shraddha, Shraddha in what? In the Guru, Shraddha in the scriptures, in the Vedas, and Bhakti. Those who have Shraddha, those who have Bhakti. Bhakti in what? Bhakti towards me. We talked about Jignasu Bhakti. Remember in 7th chapter? Those who have the Bhakti to know me. Those who have the Jignasu Bhakti to know me. That Bhakti should be there. Then there should be Shraddha. What is the Shraddha? What Bhagavan Krishna is explaining is real. It is the truth. So that Shraddha must be there. What our scriptures are talking about is real. So I should have Shraddha in my scriptures, in the Vedas. I should have Shraddha or trust in my teacher. Correct? Teacher is teaching me. The teacher is teaching me correctly. And what is he teaching? He is not teaching whatever he wants. He is teaching me what is told by God in the Vedas. Therefore, what is the most important thing to understand this Raja Vidya and Raja Guhya, that is secret and greatest knowledge? Number one, Shraddha. Trust in Bhagwan, trust in Vedas, trust in the teacher who is teaching. Arjuna is very lucky. Why? Because Bhagwan himself is his teacher. Correct? Whereas for us, teacher or guru comes in the form of Bhagwan. Bhagwan comes in the form of a guru to all of us to teach this. Bhagwan himself appears in the form of guru. Now, when Swami teaches you this Gita, he is the representative of God. Okay? Bhagwan Krishna manifests as your Swami, and Swami is teaching you this Paravidya. When your Paravidya Acharyas are teaching you this knowledge, they are Bhagwan's manifestations and they are teaching you this knowledge. Therefore, Bhakti, Shraddha is very, very important. And what does Bhagwan do? For a person who has got the Jignasu Bhakti, that is the deep desire to understand what Bhagwan Krishna is telling in Bhagavad Gita, a deep desire to know whatever Vedas are talking about in the form of Bhagavad Gita. And for a person who has got that trust and Shraddha, Bhagavan will take care of everything. That's what Bhagavan says here. So, you know something? I told you the other day also, to do any job, there are two things important, correct? One is what? Self-effort, which you talked about in the 6th chapter. Uddharet atmanatmanam, natmanam avasadayet, correct? Uddharet atmana atmanam. Means Bhagwan is telling, hey Bhakta, hey Jignasu Bhakta, you should put your effort. And then when you have put enough effort, I will support you with my grace. Grace means what? My Ashirvada. Okay? My grace. That means what? I will give you anugraha. I will make that anugraha. I will reach out to you. Okay? How will I reach out to you? An example is given. See, supposing you have a train. okay, which is climbing up like mountain railways. Have you heard of mountain railways? There are certain trains which climb up on the mountains. And for them, such trains, there are two engines. One front engine which pulls the train, and there is a back engine which pushes the train. Okay, Gagan, you know that, no? You understand? There is an engine which pulls and then an engine which pushes. So what Bhagwan says, this is an example for what? Pulling engine is my effort. Like an engine which pulls itself, pulls the train up. I have to put my self-effort in knowing this knowledge. What is my effort here? Having Shraddha in the scriptures, having Shraddha in the teacher, finding the teacher, having enough of Shraddha and Bhakti in Bhagwan, in God, and spending my time, putting my effort to read again and again, listen to the teacher again and again, think and contemplate, do revision again and again. That is what? My self-effort. Okay? And then what does Bhagwan say? When you have Shraddha, when you have Bhakti, and when you have put your self-effort like the back engine of a mountain train, mountain railway, I will bless you. I will give you a push from behind. Without Bhagwan's push, self-effort alone will not work. Bhagwan will not give a push unless I am putting self-effort. Okay? Bhagwan knows whom he should bless, whom he should support. Bhagwan will see, is this student putting enough of effort? Then Bhagwan will bless. So what is Bhagwan telling in the 9th chapter? In 9th chapter, Bhagwan says, Arjuna, this is a very difficult knowledge to understand. I know this paravidya or knowing about my paraprakriti is very difficult. It is subtle. You need a lot of effort. So you have to put your effort. At the same time, you should have Shraddha and you should have Bhakti in me. How will I bless you? How will I bless you? So what Bhagwan says is, I will first see whether you deserve my blessings, whether you are putting your effort or not. And who are those people who are putting their effort in this? So he says in this, who are they? Who are putting their effort? Who are having Shraddha in me? Who are having Shraddha in my words? Who are having Bhakti? Bhakti means what? Love me. They are committed to knowing me as Jignasu Bhaktas. Who are they? In the 22nd shloka of the 9th chapter, Bhagwan identifies these Bhaktas. What does he say? I'm sure you must have heard of this shloka before. ananyāśh chintayanto mam ye janāḥ paryupāsate teṣhāṁ nityābhiyuktānāṁ yoga-kṣhemaṁ vahāmyaham. All of you know this verse. Most of you are chanting it with me. I can see Vishwas chanting this along with me. Correct, Vishwas? You were also chanting this verse when I was chanting. Correct? So, what is God saying here? What is Bhagwan saying here? He's saying that those people who are committed to me, those who are my bhaktas, those who want to know me, I will bless them. But before that, in the 14th verse, in the 14th shloka of the 9th chapter, Bhagwan identifies these bhaktas. Who are these bhaktas? Who are these Jignasu Bhaktas? He identifies them and talks about them in the 14th verse. What does he say? Satataṁ kīrtayanto mam yatantaśh dṛiḍha-vratāḥ namasyantaśh mam bhaktyā nitya-yuktā upāsate. Correct? That also Vishwas knows this verse also. He is chanting this verse also with me. So he also knows this verse also. These two verses I am taking now in this class. Okay. Entire 9th chapter, I am taking only these two shlokas. Why? Because this knowledge is a difficult knowledge. One has to be a bhakta. What are the characteristics of a Jignasu Bhakta? That Lord Krishna talks about in the 14th shloka. He says, satataṁ kīrtayanto māṁ. They're always talking about me, thinking about me. Yatantaśh dṛiḍha-vratāḥ. They are putting all their effort. They are spending time, they are spending energy because they want to know me. They are Jignasu Bhaktas. So, yatantaśh, yatante means prayatna they are doing. They are doing constantly prayatna. Try, prayatna ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಲ್ವಾ ನಾವು? Even when we are studying our regular subjects also, we have to do our prayatna. And that prayatna is not exam time prayatna. Satataṁ, all the time. From the beginning of the year till the exam times, every day we have to put our effort in learning whatever we are taught, isn't it? So that prayatna, he calls yatantaśh, people who are doing effort. And who are they? Dṛiḍha-vratāḥ. Dṛiḍha-vratāḥ means what? I am committed. I have decided. I have decided what? I want to know Bhagwan. I must know Bhagwan. Whatever is necessary for that, I will do it. I have decided. I have made up my mind. My decision is strong. Dṛiḍha. Dṛiḍha-vratāḥ means what? These Jignasu Bhaktas, always thinking about me, always talking about me, always thinking praises of me, seeing me as the only one in this entire world, manifesting as the entire world, seeing me everywhere, satataṁ kīrtayanto, always singing glories of me, loving me, talking about me, making an effort to know me. They are Jignasu Bhaktas. And namasyantaśh bhaktyā. With Jignasu Bhakti, they are surrendering to me. Namasyantaśh means what? Those who are surrendering to me. Surrendering means what? They are willing to learn from me about me. They have trust that whatever I am saying is what the Vedas are talking about. What I am talking about in Bhagavad Gita is God's words. And those people who want to know, understand my words, those who want to understand me, namasyantaśh bhaktyā. They surrender to me with bhakti, like Arjuna surrendered to Krishna with bhakti. So who are these bhaktas? They always think of me. They have committed, they are making an effort to understand me. They are doing prayatna to the best of their efforts to know me. And then they are surrendering to me, to know me. They are surrendering to me. And nitya-yuktā upāsate, not once in a way, all the time. They see me in everything. They offer all their actions to me. They take everything that comes as my prasada. They see everything as my glory. You're understanding, children? So, a person who wants to know Bhagwan is all the time connected to Bhagwan. I'll give you an example. Supposing you're interested in, say, football or some game, you're interested in football. What happens? Your interest is so deep in football, all the time you're thinking of football. All the time, wherever there is an opportunity, you're discussing about football with your friends. Hey, avun nodappa, avun heng marda. Ee match al nodappa, avun heng adan goal marda. See how that person stopped this person. Ayyo, avun dribbling esh chenagittappa. So all the time you're talking about your subject of interest to other people who are interested in football, correct? Whenever you get time, what do you do? You put on the TV and watch a football match, correct? Why? Because you are so deeply interested in it. You want to know all about it. You want to see how different players are playing. You want to see different areas of the world, how this game is played. You want to know more about it. You want to study more about it. Similarly, if Bhagwan becomes an object of your interest, like football, Bhagwan becomes an object of my interest. I'm committed to knowing. So what do? Constantly I'm thinking of Bhagwan. I'm talking about Bhagwan to everybody, those who are interested. Wherever there is an opportunity, I want to listen about what Bhagwan is saying. Whenever Swami is talking about these things, I want to listen. Whenever some other guru is talking about it, I want to listen. Therefore, nitya-yuktā, all the time, my mind is concentrated upon knowing Bhagwan. In and through whatever I am doing. Bhagwan is not telling me, sit in one place, don't do anything, only think of me. No, Bhagwan is not telling that. What is Bhagwan telling? Do your work. Fulfill your duties, do your swadharma. In and through all that, remember me. All the time, try to know me. Whatever you're doing, you think that you're doing it for me. So, whenever you're doing something, I'm always there in your mind as a background. Many of you must be learning music, no? You must be singing. Now, what do you do when you are singing? There is a Shruti box, correct? There is a Shruti, correct? One Shruti is there. And you connect to that Shruti and then you sing your songs, your bhajans. You have seen that in ashram also, you have seen somebody is playing the harmonium, correct? They fix the Shruti and all the children are singing in that Shruti, correct? Now, when you're singing, the Shruti is all the time in your background, no? Isn't it? The Shruti is all the time at the back of your mind. You are singing all kinds of bhajans. But then your mind is constantly connected to that Shruti. You never miss the Shruti. Otherwise, what happens? Apaswara happens. Correct? So you never get out of the Shruti. Constantly that Shruti is there in all the songs you are singing. Difficult songs you may be singing, even then you don't miss the Shruti. The Shruti is always there at the back of your mind. Similarly, Bhagwan says, let my thought be like a Shruti, like Sa. Okay, whatever you are singing, you don't lose the Sa. Sa you hold on, correct? Like that, whatever you are doing, let me be there in your mind. Hold on to me as a musician holds on to a Shruti. As you children, when you are singing bhajans, you hold on to the Shruti. Like that, let all your actions happen, but hold on to me as the background. Then all your actions will become like music. Correct? If you have no Shruti, Vishwas is singing in his own Shruti, Bhuvan is singing in his own Shruti, Sharat is singing in his own Shruti, Yashwant is singing in his own Shruti, what will happen to the music, Appa? Can we listen to that music? No, correct? One Shruti is there and all of you are connecting to that Shruti and you are singing. Automatically, subconsciously, your mind is holding on to that Shruti, though you are singing words of praise of Lord. So Bhagwan says here, let me be like that Shruti. Hold on to me, whatever you are doing, whenever you are doing anything, let me be like that Tambura Shruti, harmonium Shruti behind whatever work you are doing. Such a person is a real bhakta. Such a person is a jignasu bhakta. And for such a person, I want to give this knowledge, Bhagwan says. Such a bhakta, such a jignasu bhakta is the proper adhikari, a proper recipient of this knowledge. So what do I do for this person? For this person that he should receive this knowledge, what do I do for such a person? Again, now we'll go back to the 22nd shloka. What did he say? Ananyāśh chintayanto mam. The one who is constantly thinking of me, the one who is having me as the background, always holding on to me. Whatever he's doing, he's holding on to me. Ananyāśh chintayanto mam ye jana paryupāsate. They do all their work. At the same time, they think and they offer all their actions as a worship to me. Ye jana paryupāsate mam. What is the meaning? They are doing everything. They are active. As students, they are studying, they are playing games, they are doing everything. As parents, they are doing everything. As a Kshatriya, Arjuna, you have to do whatever you have to do. But how? Constantly holding on to me at the back of your mind and thinking that whatever you are doing is a worship to me. You children are studying, take it as a worship of God. You are listening to your teachers, you are worshipping God. You are preparing for the exam, you are worshipping Ishvara God. You are writing an examination, you are worshipping God. Going from one class to the other, you are worshipping God. Trying for a job, getting a job, you are worshipping God. You are helping, respecting your parents at home, you are worshipping Lord. Do your duties, do whatever you have to do, but let it be as though it is a worship to me, holding on to me constantly. Then I will bless you with my grace. I will bless you with my blessings. And what is the blessings that Krishna is talking about? teṣhāṁ nityābhiyuktānāṁ. For those people who are constantly connected to me, what will I do? Yoga-kṣhemaṁ vahāmyaham. Whatever is needed for you, I will provide. Bhagavad says, you don't have to worry. I will take care of you. Once you have shown that you have shraddha and you have bhakti, you have become a jignasu bhakta, you want to know me, then my blessings is in such a way that whatever is needed by you, I will provide it. Yoga-kṣhemaṁ vahāmyaham. What is the meaning of yoga and kshema? Yoga means there are certain things which we don't have, but which we have to get. Correct? That is called as yoga. Now, you finish your education. Okay? And then you don't have a job. But you must get a job to support yourself and to support your family. Correct? So, what will God do? If you are a real bhakta, a jignasu bhakta, holding on to Lord, you have all these years offered all your actions as worship to God, what happens? Whatever you have to get at the right place, at the right time, I will get it for you. Yoga. Don't worry. You apply for the jobs. Whenever a suitable job comes to you, I will see that you get that job. Yoga. What you don't have, but what you need, I will get it for you. I will see that what you need, you get. You will not suffer because you don't have to worry about anything. I will take care of all your needs, whatever you need. Kṣhemaṁ. What is kṣhema? Whatever I get, I have to protect it, isn't it? I get something which I don't have, then I have to protect it. I have to keep it. Correct? Job siktu, but I have to keep that job. Right? I get money, but I have to protect that money. I get food. I have to keep it. I have to protect it. Yoga means what? Getting what I need. Kshema means what? Keeping it or protecting what I have got. So Krishna says, don't worry about your needs. Whatever your needs are, I will see that they come to you. You will never go hungry. You will never go without any job. You will never go without what is needed for your life. Whatever is needed, the basic, whatever is needed to live your life without problems, I will provide. Yoga-kṣhemaṁ vahāmyaham. This is Lord Krishna's promise. Do you understand? Lord Krishna is God. He will not simply speak anything like that without meaning. This is Bhagwan's promise to all of us. What is his promise? Be devoted to me. Be committed to me. Be a jignasu bhakta. Do all your activities as worship to me. May I be in your mind all the time, whatever you're doing, like the tambura shruti, like the harmonium shruti. Then, hey Jignasu Bhakta, don't worry about anything. You just put your effort of learning about me from the scriptures and from the Guru. What will I do? Leave your daily requirements, your life to me. I will take care of you. What your parents say now? Don't worry, you study, we will take care of you. Alva? What do your parents say? Do your duty. You do your work. You study properly. You play your games. You do whatever your teachers are asking you. Whatever your school is asking you to do, you do. Don't worry about anything. Whatever you need, we will take care of it. Will not the parents say that? Puska beka ninge, you need a book, we will get it for you. You need uniform, new uniform, we will get it for you. You need something else, we will get it for you. Don't worry. We will take care of you. We will protect you. We will protect you all your belongings. You do whatever you have to do. Similarly, Lord Krishna is talking here not only like a guru, but he's talking like a parent. Okay, Abhay? He's talking like a parent. He's talking like a mother, like a father. Krishna says, if you are a Jignasu Bhakta and if you are putting your effort, don't worry, hey Bhakta, I will take care of all your needs. I will protect you. I will see that your journey of knowing me, your journey of a Jignasu Bhakta will go on without any obstacles. From a Jignasu Bhakta, I will see that you become a Jnani Bhakta. I will bring the lamp of knowledge to you in the form of our scriptural knowledge. What you need the oil of bhakti. That's what in Gita, Bhagwan Shankaracharya writes commentary on Bhagavad Gita. And you know what he says here? Bhakti to Lord is like oil in a lamp. Supposing you want to light a lamp, what do you need? You need a lamp, correct? First. Then you need a wick. You need a wick. Wick means what is that? That wick you need, no? That you need. And then you need oil. Then for that wick, you should light up this with the fire. So how does Shankaracharya explain this? He says, your mind should be like a lamp. The Bhakta's mind is like a lamp. Okay? And in this lamp, there should be the oil of bhakti. Bhakti is like the oil. Okay? And what is the wick? Your effort. Your effort, your sadhana is like the effort that you are putting is the wick. And what does Lord do? He lights up the light of knowledge. Okay? He lights up the light of knowledge. What is that knowledge he brings? Knowledge is light, no? Isn't it? Knowledge is like light. Darkness disappears when you bring knowledge, when you bring light, correct? When there is dark room, you put on the light, what happens? Light, the darkness disappears. Like that, when knowledge comes, the ignorance disappears. So, knowledge in our scriptures, in Vedas, is compared to light. So, what does Bhagwan do? He lights the wick of knowledge. And what shines there? What shines there? It is the shining knowledge of Bhagwan. Bhagwan's knowledge shines there. Therefore, make your mind a lamp. Okay? Let there be bhakti in this lamp. Pour the oil of bhakti. And let the wick be your commitment to know me. And what will I do? I will light the lamp. I light the flame of knowledge. And I will take care of you. You won't have to struggle. Leave it to me. I will take care of you. I will see that your journey from a Jignasu Bhakta to a Jnani Bhakta will be complete. And a time will come when you will know me exactly the way I am. My Paraprakriti, you will know me very clearly. Therefore, in the 9th chapter, what Bhagwan is saying is, be a ananya bhakta. Be a constantly connected to me. And for such a bhakta, this knowledge of Paravidya, Paraprakriti knowledge, which is the highest knowledge, Raja Vidya, which is the most secret knowledge, Raja Guhyam, I will see that it becomes easy for you. Okay? Therefore, so many other things are talked about in the 9th chapter, but I have taken only these 2 verses. Why? Because here Bhagwan Krishna is talking about number 1, what is bhakti, by which you will know me. Secondly, how can you trust me? You can trust me that I will take care of all your needs. Don't worry. Be committed to me. Be constantly connected to me. Make your effort. My blessings will be in the form of the engine which pushes the train upwards. You don't worry whether I am there behind or not. You pull, that's enough. I will push. A time will come when you will not even feel that you are pulling. God makes it so easy for us. God makes it so easy for us. This is Krishna's promise for a bhakta to understand this difficult knowledge of Atmajnana. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.